Hey guys, I'm the Coaster Kate, and since I've had to go a very, very long week without Dungeons and Dragons, today I am going to get rid of my D&D craving by going back to the fantasy setting of AI Dungeon. Now, we've gone through a lot of these settings, and we've gone through all of these. We've gone through some custom ones. I am currently working out how to do the custom one that one of the viewers figured out. But today, I really just want to go back to my roots, because who doesn't love going into a good old fantasy setting? So, let's begin our adventure. Last time, we decided to just be a regular old peasant, and, you know, it was a good life. It was a satisfying life. We blew a lot of stuff up, probably with the suppressed rage that, you accumulate after being a peasant for so long. But this time, we're going to change it up a bit. This time, let's go ahead and be a squire. Our character's name. Why is this always the hardest part? Oh, I don't know. We're gonna call them Rosalind. Alright, Rosalind, let's see what you have for us. You are Rosalind, a squire living in the kingdom of Larion. You have a spear and a pack of supplies. You follow Sir Theo as he enters the forest. He turns to you and says, "We will be leaving soon." "Where?" you ask. He points at his map and points out the location of your destination. He then tells you to wait for him there. When he returns, he is carrying a large bag with several bottles of wine and food. What do you have there?" "A few things, but mostly I bring good cheer." You nod and begins eating some of the food on the bag. The smell fills your nose and you feel full. It tastes delicious. You are so hungry that you don't even notice when Theo talks to you again. Just continue scarfing down food and not listening to whatever he is saying. Is that how you spell scarfing? Probably not, but we're just going to go with it. Theo smiles and says, "I was wondering if we could go together. I know how much you want to see the world." You look up from your meal and smile back. You think about what he said earlier today, how it would be nice to finally get away from this place. Let's respond with silence. Because we didn't hear him. We were just eating our food. We were just over here eating our food, so we don't know what you're saying. Theo smiles and says, "It's been a while since we've talked like this. I'm glad to hear you're happy here." You pause and think about what he just said. You remember the first time you met Theo. He had no idea who you were or anything about you. Let's tell an embarrassing story of our adventures. I want to see what embarrassing stuff Theo has done on this grand adventure that we've taken. Theo laughs and says, "Oh yes, I remember now. We were fighting bandits and I got hit by their arrow and died instantly. My last words to you were, 'Don't worry about me. I'll come back.' That was over 20 years ago. Theo, you are not supposed to admit that you are immortal in front of this entire cave. Do you know who could hear you?" "Theo, don't talk so brashly about your immortality. You can't. This is gonna ruin everything." "Listen, Theo, if they realized that you're actually Dio and that we just switched a few of the letters around, they are going to come and hunt us down. You cannot do that, okay? Got it?" Theo smiles and says, "Well, I guess that explains why you never left the castle. By the way, I need to have it remember real quick that that Theo is a vampire. Theo is a vampire. There we go. Well, I guess that explains why you never left the castle. Yeah, I didn't want to be discovered. Not everyone likes immortals. As you know, not everyone likes immortals. They usually get really, really jealous about our immortality. I'm not really sure why. Theo laughs and says, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Anyway, I should be going now. Good luck on your journey. You nod and leave Theo to his business. Let's go ahead and chase after Theo. We changed our minds. We actually want to go on this adventure with him. Let's chase after our fellow immortal and see what's gonna happen. You walk through the forest and you can still hear Theo's voice. You keep walking until you reach a clearing where he is standing next to a large campfire. He has brought along several people, most of them humans, but also elves and dwarves. Where did all these people come from? I thought I was your only friend. Theo, you betrayed me. You caught other friends. Introverts don't do introverts dirty like this. This is horrendous. Trevor smiles and says, who's Trevor? Trevor? Who's Trevor? They came from many places, but they all wanted to join us. After all, we are the only group that knows how to hunt vampires. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That startled me so much I shook the desk and something fell. Let's cover our mouth and fanged teeth. Oh, no. This is a bad thing. Of course they hunt vampires. Trevor smiles and says, that's right. We are the only ones that know how to hunt vampires. Now then, let's start by welcoming our guests. Several of the dwarves begin to sing a song while others dance around the fire. Let's act natural. I wanted to run, but if I run, they'll probably run after me, and I'm kind of afraid that they'll catch up, so that would be bad. So let's just try to, act natural. You stand there as you try to act natural. Eventually, you manage to do so, but it doesn't seem very convincing. The dwarves laugh at your attempt at being human and call you a joke. You run out of the tent and into the woods. All right, let's swear off further social interaction and become at one with the forest. So essentially, let's just become a druid, because evidently the whole vampire thing didn't work out, so we're doing this now. You quickly go into the trees and find yourself alone. You feel sad for a moment, but then you realize that if you don't interact with other creatures, they won't interact with you either. You hear that, fellow introverts? This is the foolproof plan of how the heck to live your life and never be bothered again. You go out into nature, and you just live with nature. You just become a druid, and everything is fantastic. You vow to become with nature. All right, let's make friends with some deer. I want some nice deer friends, because deer never liked me. And I just want to know for once what it would be like to be able to see a deer and not fear them charging full force at me. Like that would be a good thing. You follow the deer for a while, and eventually you see another creature. It looks like a small dog, but much smaller. Wait, so small dog, right? Like a chihuahua or something. Much smaller. What is this? What kind of plastic figurine is this? It walks slowly towards you and sniffing your face. It seems friendly enough, so you pet it affectionately. Let's feed it some berries. I want to make friends with this small dog. What did you just say to me? You take a bite out of the dog, and it immediately licks your hand. It seems to enjoy this so much that it begins licking your face too. This causes you to smile and relax a bit. Soon you find yourself lying down beside the dog. You soon fall asleep. I don't think I want an animal that enjoyed having a bite taken out of it. This is not okay. This is not okay. I realize that I'm a vampire, but this is not okay. Okay, I wanted to get some berries off a bush and just give it some berries, but no, it's like you take a bite out of the dog. Oh no. Oh no. Let's have an ambush up here. Because we just fell asleep with a dog that enjoys being eaten, and man, we need... Oh no. You awaken to find Theo staring at you. Theo! I was looking for you, Theo! And then I found a group that hunts vampires, and that was awkward. And then I found this small dog, and that's cool, and now you're here. Anyways, you seem angry, but not because of what happened yesterday. He stares at you with anger because he saw you feeding the dog. This angered him so much that he decided to kill you today. Theo! No, Theo! Okay, well, we have a lance? A spear. Okay, well, let's ready our spear. It's time to... Oh, God. I'm so sorry to everyone that's fans of the show that I took that from, because that was probably the worst thing you've ever heard in your life. You stand up and prepare your spear. Theo notices you and raises his hands defensively. So, are you going to kill me, or what? Just for clarification, because it just said that you wanted to kill me, and now you're, like, defensive. And now I just don't know what to do, because I'm not going to get separated from the small dog that likes getting bites taken out of it. I'm sorry, but I can't allow such an action. If you want to live, you need to stop feeding the dogs. Let's pet the dog. But why? Just with my small dog, but why, Theo? Why should I stop feeding the dogs? You ask why? Why would I do something like that? Because it's the will of Rawl. He wants you to be free from the shackles of society and live outside in nature. However, he also wants you to continue and serve us. Wait, so he wants me to serve nature, but he wants me to serve not nature. I'm pretty sure that these are mutually exclusive, like you can't do both at the same time, so I'm not really sure how this is going to work. But how? This just doesn't make any sense, Theo. Theo, my buddy, my pal, my good man. Like, we've known each other for so long. We had that funny thing where you died and then you were okay. You say, how? How am I supposed to do that when I'm still tied down by humans? I can never escape these shackles of their judgmental glares. It's just inescapable. It's so much pressure. You say, I can never escape the shackles of their judgmental glares. Trouble seems to come from nowhere. The next thing you know, Theo has thrown you against a tree and is holding a dagger to your throat. What? Theo! My boy Theo, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you... No, seriously, Theo. What are you doing? You were defensive, you were, like, just talking, and now you're all of a sudden like, hey, what you want? You shout, what are you doing? And then try to struggle, but Theo manages to shove the knife into your neck before you can react. Theo pulls back and says, now, I'll show you what happens when one dares defy Rao. Let's curse him with our final breath. Theo, you curse him with your last breath and die. Well then, that was, well then, I don't know what to say. Theo's end. Theo's end. Theo, my buddy, my pal, you betrayed me. This is gonna be a top 10 anime betrayal, Theo. I trusted you. I went running after you. I was gonna, like, be defensive, but then I didn't even attack you, and then you killed me, Theo. Theo. Never gonna have a friend like Theo, because I'm never gonna be able to bond with someone over the fact that they died and came back to life ever again. It's really, really tragic. Well, anyways, if you guys enjoyed that, go ahead and subscribe. The one thing I can always guarantee on this channel is a healthy dose of craziness, and at least for the time being, a healthy dose of AI Dungeon. If you like this video, go ahead and like it. That tells me to keep on doing what I'm doing and keep on, being myself, which is a cool thing. And if you want to go ahead and comment down below whether you predicted the Theo betrayal or whether it took you as by surprise as it did me, you can go ahead and do that as well. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you all soar high and enjoy your ride of life. Bye!